Hey good people, and welcome back to the channel. In a few moments I'll be sharing my thoughts and feelings on episode 20 of Married at First Sight Nashville. Now let me start off by saying that this season has been so damn frustrating to watch that I've officially decided that I won't be reviewing any of the future seasons of Married at First Sight, at least not on an episode by episode basis. And in the grand scheme of things, this was an easy decision, because the show's been going downhill for quite some time. Before this review, I'll just give my overall thoughts for the episode, as well as my thoughts on the couples. So without any further delay, let's jump right in. Now in my opinion, there are three certainties in this world. 1. Nearly all the McDonald's in America do not have working ice cream machines. 2. Insurance is the biggest scam in the history of scams. And 3. This entire season of Married at First Sight Nashville was an abomination. It was trash. It was a freshly dropped steaming pile of you-know-what with every passing episode. Now when it comes to episode 20 of Married at First Sight Nashville, if you were smart and you didn't see the episode, then consider yourself lucky because you didn't have to waste 2 hours of your time. However, if you're contemplating whether you should watch it or not, then you already know what I'm about to say, which is you need to treat it like a bill collector and avoid it. The spoilers for which couples stay together and which get divorced have already been revealed several months ago, and they were 100% accurate. However, instead of the show condensing this Decision Day episode into 1 hour-long episode, they stretch it as much as possible, so much so that the married couple's backstory, as well as their time together while on the show, is 3 times as long as the actual decision scenes for the couples. But let's get into the couples. It was pretty evident that Chris and Nicole were going to stay together by Decision Day. Now I've been on record by saying that Chris and Nicole can overcomplicate the simplest of things, with how critical they are about their marriage. But what I do give Chris and Nicole credit for was how they kept it real with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. They talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and they didn't put on for the cameras or stick to the script like the other couples did. And for that, they have my respect. I wish I could say the same for Jasmine and Eris. During their decision scene, they spent nearly 95% of the scene talking about how they like certain qualities about each other, only for Jasmine to drop the bomb that she wants to ask for a divorce. Now I completely agree that Jasmine should have been asking for a divorce, but I gotta ask, why not keep it real with Eris while the cameras were rolling? Many of us clearly saw early on that Eris was a trash husband, and Jasmine never really called him out on it. Now in the past, I have been critical of seeing cast members who come out of the gate on 10 with their disdain with their spouse. But Jasmine literally did all that she could with Eris, and Eris wouldn't budge an inch. To me, she was justified in letting Eris have it at least once. And between me and you, something tells me that because Eris refused to give Jasmine that good old pickle tickle, Jasmine was going to hold true to her word and ask for a divorce. After all, in her mind, she probably needed her pipes cleaned, and she's probably got a maintenance man on standby to handle that call. I don't really have much to say about Eris that hasn't already been said. He never really had any business being on the show, and I truly believe that he lied just to be on TV. Now on to Gina and Clint. As I said in previous reviews, Gina and Clint had 0% chemistry over at least 15 episodes, and they get to Decision Day and they speak so highly of each other only to ask for a divorce. I guess the writing on the wall was when we as a viewing audience could count the number of times Clint and Gina slept in the same bed over the 2-month period on one hand. But what really disappointed me about their Decision Day scene was that Clint completely fell on his sword, and he made it seem like he was the sole reason why they didn't work out. Gina at no point ever took accountability for the part that she played in this, and to me, it's a reflection on her character or lack thereof. And as stated in previous reviews, I think that Gina and Clint came to a decision early on that they would get a divorce, and they simply just filmed their scenes to meet their obligation. Either way, it was a huge waste of time. And finally there's Shaq and Kirsten. There's really not much to say about these two because the episode ends right before they make their decision. But we already know what they decide to do, and it's a shame that we have to wait another week to see the conclusion. But this marks the end of the review. If you have any questions or comments related to the review or the episode, feel free to leave them below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to reply to everybody. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.